Phil Kessel is known for an unconventional diet that consisted of hot dogs, tater tots, and cheese bowls. It has also been reported that the man doesn't drink water, only blue Powerade. Despite his dirty eating habits, Phil Kessel has defied all expectations, maintaining the NHL's Ironman streak with over 1,000 consecutive games. The media had large doubts about Kessel during his time in Toronto, and he was repeatedly being told that he would never win a Stanley Cup. This was something the Toronto media would regret.
Years in Toronto, I loved it there. They never said I would win, and now I got it 3 now, so it's...
Gotta love that guy. Like he said, he has now become a 3-time Stanley Cup champion. He won back-to-back cups with the Pittsburgh Penguins in 2016-17 and 2017-18 before securing his 3rd ring with Vegas last season. Kessel's career, characterized by his swift snapshots from the right wing, has seen him score over 400 goals and approach 1,000 points, earning him the affectionate nickname Hot Dog Phil.
Swings it back in. Kessel takes the drop pass for shot. Phil Kessel!
But how? How can a guy with such meager expectations and that only ate junk food win 3 Stanley Cups? And on top of that, lead the NHL's Ironman streak? This is the story about how Phil Kessel ate his way to a Hall of Fame-worthy career. Phil Kessel Jr., hailing from Madison, Wisconsin, grew up in a family where athleticism was a common thread. His father, Phil Kessel Sr., was a noteworthy college quarterback who caught the attention of the Washington Redskins in the NFL. This athletic prowess extended to Phil's siblings as well. His brother Blake was chosen by the New York Islanders in the 2007 NHL Draft's 6th round, and his sister Amanda has made her mark as one of the best women's hockey players.
Kessel, 2-on-1 with Decker. Amanda Kessel shoots, she scores!
Phil's own journey in hockey began early with the Madison Capitals, where he demonstrated exceptional talent, amassing a staggering number of points. His potential was recognized early on by his coach, Bob Sutter, who he later thanked for making him the player he would become. This environment, coupled with his family's athletic background, set the stage for Phil's ascendancy in the hockey world. Kessel is a product of the USA Hockey National Team Development Program as an identified elite player under the age of 18. And he represented Team USA in the World Juniors from the U-17s to U-20s. He finished his amateur hockey career playing 1 season of college hockey for the University of Minnesota in the 05-06 season, where he put up 51 points in 39 games. Kessel was drafted 5th overall by the Boston Bruins in the 2006 NHL entry draft. He subsequently signed an entry-level contract with the team on August 17, 2006. Then, he made his NHL debut on October 6, 2006, in an 8-3 loss to the Florida Panthers. Just a few months later, heartbreaking news surfaced. Kessel had been diagnosed with testicular cancer. But this would not stop young Kessel and his love for hockey. Even though he was diagnosed with testicular cancer in early December, the 19-year-old Kessel played a December 9th game against New Jersey, knowing he would be admitted to the hospital for surgery on December 12th. He missed only 11 games before returning to Boston's lineup. Kessel won the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy that same season, award given to the player who best exemplifies the qualities of perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication. Kessel would play with the Boston Bruins for 2 more seasons until he was traded in 2009 to the Toronto Maple Leafs in exchange for a 2010 first-round pick, who turned out to be Tyler Seguin, a 2010 second-round pick who turned out to be Jared Knight, and a 2011 first-round pick who turned out to be Dougie Hamilton. Immediately afterwards, the Leafs signed him to a 5-year, $27 million contract. His time with Toronto was quite turbulent. He received a lot of criticism in the media, and some stated that he would never win a Stanley Cup. When Kessel landed in Toronto, he didn't just arrive. He made an entrance that echoed throughout the NHL. Imagine the buzz. Kessel hammering in 20-plus goal season after season for the Maple Leafs, even during the bite-sized 2012-13 season. His knack for lighting the lamp was unmistakable, surpassing the 30-goal mark in 4 of his 6 full seasons with the team. It was clear Toronto had snagged an offensive dynamo. Yet even with Kessel's firepower, the Leafs found themselves in troubled waters, clinching a playoff spot just once during his stint in 2013. Kessel was a standout in those playoffs, but despite his efforts, the team couldn't break through to deeper rounds. It's the age-old story of a star player caught in the crosshairs of blame for a team's broader woes. In the pressure cooker that is Toronto's hockey scene, Kessel found himself at odds with the relentless media, a narrative all too familiar for players in big markets. The mounting pressures and the Leafs' recurring disappointments hinted it was time for a change. entered the pivotal trade to the Pittsburgh Penguins, a shift that not only rejuvenated Kessel's career, but also marked a turning point for the Leafs, laying the groundwork for their rebuild. In Pittsburgh, Phil Kessel became a beloved figure, seamlessly integrating into the Penguins roster. His performance remained impressive, scoring 26 goals and accumulating 59 points in his debut season, and he maintained perfect attendance in games. 2015-2016 would prove all the haters wrong and win his first Stanley Cup.
World Junior Championship team, but not a sniff from Team Canada since then, but now he's got a second Stanley Cup.
Phil Kessel played a crucial role in the Pittsburgh Penguins' back-to-back Stanley Cup victories in 2016 and 2017. During these playoff runs, he was a key contributor, leading the team in scoring in 2016 with 10 goals and 22 points. The following year, he notched an impressive 23 points in 25 games. Over his time with the Penguins, Kessel amassed 110 goals and 193 assists across 328 games, peaking with a career-high 92 points in the 2017-18 season. In 2019, Kessel was traded to the Coyotes in exchange for Alex Galchenyuk and Pierre-Olivier Joseph. Kessel was now set to reunite with head coach Rick Touche. During this time, Kessel never came close to putting up the numbers that he did with the Penguins. This should not be a surprise, nor should it be a knock on him. He played with Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin in Pittsburgh, two Hall of Fame players who elevate anybody paired with them. Kessel never scored 30 goals while in Arizona, something he was known for in all of his stops throughout his career. Though what Kessel did do was help the team win. He was also loved by the fans in Arizona. But Phil the Thrill Kessel was not done yet. Following the 2021-22 season, Kessel signed a one-year, $1.5 million contract with the Vegas Golden Knights. This season was particularly noteworthy for Kessel as he set the NHL Ironman record with 1,000 consecutive games, eventually reaching 1,149 games before his first absence since 2009. It's worth noting that his official Ironman streak, encompassing 1,064 regular season games, remained unbroken regardless of his playoff scratch, as postseason games were not counted towards the Ironman streak. Beyond his individual accomplishments, what truly stood out was Kessel's role in securing his third Stanley Cup victory. Although he didn't participate in games beyond the opening round of the playoffs, Kessel's impact in the locker room was deemed invaluable by his teammates. His presence and leadership were instrumental in the team's championship journey. Nobody can take away the fact that Kessel is now a three-time Stanley Cup champion. Unfortunately, Kessel has not played any games this season. He's remained a free agent since last season. There have been some rumors that some teams wanted to pick him up for their playoff run, but that did not happen, and the deadline has run out. We won't be seeing Phil Kessel this season. I have a feeling he might not play any more games in the NHL. Although he's not in the Hockey Hall of Fame yet, I think and hope he'll be introduced. He certainly deserves it.